I am glad today that stabilization has more actors on the table than just few institutions or maybe the top leadership talking about it. We have very diverse set of international partners and diverse government institutions that understand that the future of legitimacy of the government hinges on our ability to reach the citizens. Around 4 million Somalis have been living under Al-Shabaab for the last 15 years. Some of them have never seen schooling. Forget about formal schooling, they don't even have Quranic institutions, which were basic occurrence in any Somali village. The Minister of Education understands that education is a vital aspect of stabilization. I mean, we don't want to debate about what connotations does stabilization have and how has it been interpreted in different parts of the world. But for us as a government, we see stabilization akin to the very idea of governance, reaching the citizens, providing them services, from security to local government, from justice to policing. I will get to how the federal government envisions these things at a top planning level and what is the role of the communities, the federal member states, and everybody. Allow me to mention that when the first steps of a stabilization strategy were initiated in Somalia, I think under the Ministry of Interior, among others, that was the strategy of 2013-14 at that phase. It had a very narrow focus, and it had a very limited scope in terms of space and even time. But the type of stabilization we're talking about today is drastically different from the stabilization that was envisioned in those days. It is about retaining and recovering the remaining parts of Somalia that have been under Al-Shabaab. Galgudud, Mudug, Galmudug, Hirshabelle, Hiran, Shabelle. In totality, within a matter of months, the expectation is that the war against Al-Shabaab would go beyond the rivers to the other side. And let me make this point very clear. We Somalis are very good at forgetting things instantaneously. The gains that have been made cannot be undermined or undervalued. To start a war all the way from Hiran, Shabelle, Galgudud, Mudug, hundreds of kilometers, as the SNA has just revealed, is a major undertaking, as the envoy has emphasized. Massive logistical, training, preparation, community engagement, dialogue, prevention of conflict. It is not a magical occurrence overnight that happened. It took a lot of serious efforts. And we recognize and commend the role of the local communities, local administrations, leaderships at various levels. What was not possible for the last 10 years has been possible in the last 10 months. So we must really contextualize the gains and commend every actor for playing the role, from the generation of a vision and idea to the implementation. As we sit, there are more than 50 fronts in Somalia, where young Somali men and women, with support from international partners, are facing off Al-Shabaab. That was not a reality before. The battlefields were sometimes on the outskirts of Mogadishu. I travel around the African continent to represent the government and the president, and I hear from leaders across Africa and international partners at the national forums that they can see the change in Somalia from distance. So as others view this from distance, we that are in the midst of it must recognize the gains and commend ourselves in that front. That does not mean everything is rosy, as they would say. Maybe we're only 10% there in the grand scheme of achievements of a viable Somali state, but we are heading in the right direction and we made gains